Hello.
Back in mid-November, I made an announcement in my Discord community. A competition for a €50 Steam gift card. Something fun to do at the end of the year, you know? But the thing is, I fooled you all. I pranked you all. I didn't just want to do something fun at the end of the year. I had different intentions, a secret motive, something evil to do. Before I start to talk about the competition itself, I want to give a bit of an affectionate ramble. If you're just here for the results, skip to this, where I'm going to put it. There, somewhere around here, maybe all around here. I'm going to put a timestamp right there. You can skip to that, you just get the results. If you don't want to hear me say how much fun I have, sure, you don't have to. God, I rewrote the script like 3 times because I ended up talking on and on. The original recording, if I went by the old script, was going to be around an hour. With all due respect, love you guys. I'm not going to talk for an hour for one competition. Maybe I'll do the actual deep dive video that I wrote some other time, but for right now, I wanted to make sure I got this out before the Steam Winter Sale ended so you can actually use the gift card. I want to give a bit of a backstory first. Hi, I'm Scotty. I'm a game art student, but I wasn't always a game art student. In the Netherlands, when you're around 16 years old and in high school, they start heavily pushing you to make choices that create your next higher education. Now, when I was 16, I didn't want to do that. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was 16. I wasn't going to pick my higher education right now. So I kind of put it off. I didn't really care. I thought, when I'm 18, I'll just pick something random. However, when I was 16, there was a video that came out. It's like a little well known. It's, what was it? Pathologic is Genius, and Here's Why by H. Bomber Guy. I don't know if you've heard about it. But I got it in my recommended, and I put it on in the background while I was doing something else. It's nothing really special. I didn't really have the moment of like, whoa, what's this? I need to know what this is. No, I was just like, oh, sure. I think it even was on autoplay. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, so I put it on in the background while I was drawing, and while I was listening, I was like, damn, that's pretty interesting. It wasn't really anything groundbreaking at first, but while I was listening to it, I was like, well, now hold on. You can make a video game that's art? I like art. I like symbolism. I like fucking abstract art. I like art. So I heard that and I was like, so you're telling me I don't have to make an FPS shooter. So I was a little bit interested in the game. The video itself became... The fucking flap went down too, and now I need to set that up again and do the entire thing again, otherwise it's... Anyway, where was I? I don't remember. I wasn't interested in the game by then. The video itself was what really struck me. It was like a comfort video for me. I kept putting it on in the background while I was doing something else. Especially during COVID, I tended to just turn it on, I think at least once a week. While I was making stuff. I have a distinct memory of being in Zoom, having that on in the background, and then just sewing, I think. But point being, I wasn't really struck by the game at first. I was really struck by the concept, though, having a game that is an art form that uses suffering as a way to tell a story. That really spoke to me. But then I was like, you know what? I want to do that. I've always been a bit of a gamer, so why don't I go do a study that focuses both on games and on games as an art form? And so I did. And I got into my second year, and the summer before the second year, I remembered that I had this revelation because of Pathologic. And I bought it somewhere in 2021 as well because of the pandemic. So I was like, well... I might as well try it again. Obviously, everybody who watches that video buys the game, goes, fuck, this game is too hard, and then stops playing the game. I literally played it for an hour, couldn't figure out where Isidore's house was, and then said, just not for me. Suffering as a story is pretty interesting, but maybe just not for me. So instead, I played Pathologic 2 in the summer of 2024, the autism hit. To To say that I was obsessed would be a fucking understatement. I loved this game so much. And when I finished Pathologic 2, I went straight into Pathologic 1, and it was quite literally the only thing that I would talk about for 3 months. Sorry to all my friends. I still do it, by the way, but now it's like Pathologic and then Daniil Dankovsky, because he's my favorite. So anyway, it enraptured me. I loved the writing. I love, like, not specifically in Pathologic 2, but in Pathologic 1, there's, like, the old game models that are low poly. I know it's because it's old, but I really love low poly models. Check out the rest of my channel with all the Half-Life stuff. But it spoke to me so integrally that I just wanted more. So let me be clear, I did start playing in June. So when you go and look at the Twitter account from that time, the last thing that you could see was a tweet from Icepick Lodge wishing us a Happy New Year. And before that, the last Pathologic game was 5 years ago. So, safe to say, yeah, not that much content in the game in general. And usually, for me at least, that means I just play it for a while, I enjoy it, and then I get it the hell out of there. But I was struck just by how fucking artistic this game was, so I decided, alright, let me go and see what the fandom is all about. I don't usually go to fandom spaces. People scare me a little bit, like, I might be very cool and social. That's sarcasm. But I do not talk to people on a regular basis. So I was like, okay, let's go see what the fandom is all about. Fandom's fucking cool, man. I have never seen such a group of artistic, creative, fucking kind and awesome and generous people all in one space, in one bubble. I even only joined Twitter at one point, which I don't usually use Twitter, but I started using Twitter just to be able to see what people were making, and it paid off. Genuinely, I have never, ever experienced such a group of people that were so welcoming, so patient as well. Like, I didn't know shit, but everybody was so excited to tell me about their favorite game, especially considering that this game didn't have any updates for 5 years. It's awesome. And I went looking around for a Discord server on Discord and stuff like that, because that's how, back in the day, that's how you found Discord servers. But everything was dead because this game wasn't updated in 5 years. And I was like, cool, I guess I don't get to talk to people. Hot tip. Did you know you can make your own Discord server? Free of charge. So I did. And it's awesome. Let me be clear, I usually don't make Discord servers either, but I was so incredibly desperate to talk to these amazing people, to like get in their fucking brains, put my little fingers in there and see what they're all about, see what they care about. And the fact that I found all these Discord servers that were pretty much dead made me a little nervous that no one would join. I was wrong. I have a hard time expressing myself affectionately for people. It's just an autism thing, I think, probably. Pathologic fan with autism, who would have thunk? But I have a hard time being affectionate. But here's your one affectionate moment of the year. I love you guys. Genuinely, I have never met people that are so funny, so creative. I like to check up on the server just to get dopamine in the morning, you know what I mean? Like, I have no words. I'm flabbergasted. I feel so lucky that this is the generation that I get to grow up with. To be around these people, to get the fucking privilege to be around these people. That is awesome. So, I really like these people. I wanted a chance to get in there, to see what they think, to see more, actually. I'm a little selfish, greedy bitch, and I just want to see more art every single day. So I thought, well, I might as well make them do it. I mean, what better incentive is there than monetary gain? So I set aside 50 euros for this competition, and I sent a cute at everyone to get some entries. And I did. So yeah, here's the part where I start talking about the competition. If you skip to this, welcome back. Go in the comments, tell me that I should shut the fuck up and stop yapping and get to the fucking competition. And I will say, no, I get to talk. This is my YouTube video. Anyway, we're getting into the competition. After a month, from the 25th of November to the 25th of December, 4 participants have made something incredibly cool. The point of the competition was to try a new medium, and extra bonus points if you started putting in symbolism or your own little twist of creativity. So as I said before, I really, really like art stuff, but to be fair to the competitors, I was not allowed to judge. I made a little team of people that also know about art to judge and pick the fairest thing that most adhered to my rules. And then I had to get another team. Okay, my audio stopped working here. What I was saying is I had to get another team because they could not figure out who would win, because everybody did such a good job that people were just in discussion for too long. So yeah, the team behind this was getting pretty big at this point. There were a lot of judges. So rest assured, we were very fair, and it was a lot of thinking, and I'm tired. The final winner of the Pathologic December art competition is... I'm not going to tell you yet. I'm going to tell you about the other participants first. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the judges thought of them, what they made, and then at the end, I'll give you the winner. It's not super long. I mean, there's 4 competitors, and if I need to grab my keys, I have them somewhere around here. You'll be fine. It's 4 people. You'll be fine. Just sit through it. And I want you to pay attention, because all of these people did a fucking good job. All right? For 1 month of work, this is awesome. This is just straight up awesome. So you better pay attention, and you better enjoy it, because I enjoyed it, and I'm going to kill you if you don't. Anyway, I'm just gonna cut to the screen. Oh yeah, also I used the randomizer to make sure that nothing is in order, because we didn't really judge in order. It also didn't really feel right to judge in order, you know what I mean? So the first piece that popped out of the randomizer is the gouache art piece by Avery, also known as Small Frog. It's a gouache painting made by someone who's usually a digital artist. As you can see, it's a painting of Artemy with his bull and some fun step iconography. The judges loved the colors. Some of them equated it to kind of looking like you used a bright flashlight in a dark field. The brushstrokes are strong and full of personality. Very well done. The second piece is a sculpture of Bad Grief by Danny. He mentioned it only being his second time sculpting, and holy shit, this is good. The shapes, the colors, it's great. Judges love the general griminess of it and all the shapes, but also we love this particular piece of progress. Let me run this clip. I love that. Oh my fucking gosh! Oh my god!
Look at this guy.
What the fuck?
It's him. He's done.
He's done. This is peak.
This is all.
Oh.
Can I eat him?
Yeah! The third is a mixed media collage by Vos. It's a depiction of Mother Bodo and the town as a whole being pierced by the polyhedron. It's genuinely so gorgeous. The warm color palette, the shape of her in the earth. Judges in particular loved the use of the zipper in the work, especially with the red paint acting as blood. It's incredibly creative and wonderful. Good job. The winning piece of the Freakologic December art competition is this work by Cookie. These 2 works by Cookie, also known as Polonium Poisoning. They're technically the same. So let me go through what the progress we'd been sent was. Cookie made a lino-cut tarot card print of Daniil. Fucking awesome. Judges liked the symbolism and the snakes eating the polyhedron. The heart being perhaps about him as a whole or about the town. They were a bit divided on that. And that's a good thing because it had sparked a bit of discussion. And then the tarot being chosen pretty much fitting his character. But then Cookie went one step further and did the same design as a multicolor screen print. The simple color scheme is so wonderful, but doing the same thing twice on 2 different new mediums was a surprising amount of effort we hadn't expected. Awesome work. Love it. Well, now the competition is over. I enjoyed everything, personally. I wasn't allowed to have a final say, obviously, but, you know, I just loved it. And I want to thank you guys so much for putting in all this work. It really made December special, just to see everyone talking about it and being excited. Thank you. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I mean, it's January. We have a bit until like mid-2025 for Pathologic 3, so that's gonna be exciting. I mean, I might do another art competition around then. Maybe some other events. I don't know. I'll see what I have time for. But for right now, thank you. It was fun. I had fun. I like this fandom. I had a good fucking time. So, by the fucking way, I made a game. You should play it. It's called Freakologic 3. You should play this game.